OG just can't seem to get out of the news and is not good. Last week, it was an outcry about Alliance using a coach, and this week, it involves Team Secret's social media. Following the loss of a must-win game OG had against Team Liquid, Team Secret's social media posted a meme depicting Team Liquid taking out the trash.
And confident doing it, they are just systematically destroying OG, pick-off by pick-off, fight by fight, building by building. Liquid are establishing total dominance and are securing themselves second place here at the Western European DPC.
Oh man, and OG, they go from heroes to cheerleaders because at this point, their best bet at getting the TI involves EU doing as well as humanly possible at the major. We've got a shot right now with this loss of an OG versus Nigma TI finals rematch, potentially just to get to TI, with one squad being forced to watch from home. Sumel, they don't quite get him into the fountain.
Not quite. They pop the God Strength, but of course the refraction is allowing him to ignore all of that damage.
This meme caught the ear of Ceb DM, the offlane player for OG. He prompted to send Team Secret's social media personnel midormeepo a DM in French. Now this would have been kept in secret, but midormeepo posted the image onto his Twitter, and Ceb came out of the woods to call midormeepo for not being ethical and respectful and should just stick to trash talk. Those words itself made the community come out and call OG out for their antics against teams before, during, and after games, and new memes started coming out. A couple of days later, OG's Weibo account made a post asking, "Do you remember the summer of 2018? Or the people of that summer?" and directly tags LGD and their players. LGD responded and said, "Trash talking among teams are fine, but tagging the players' personal accounts crosses the line," and they attached the image of Ceb's offending image. The situation could have been handled much differently, but we'll see where it goes from here as OG will need to play in the TI qualifier as they missed another major slot. With the DPC Season 2 over, teams and players who failed to qualify shift their focus onto the qualifiers, and in North America, Team Black and Yellow seem to have parted ways, and 3 of the 5 players on Black and Yellow seem to have broken off. Jackie EternaLEnVy Mao wrote on Twitlogger asking why Daniel Zero Yoon have all the power if the team is mostly gone and he's the last one on Black and Yellow. I find it bullshit that a player has ownership of a team just because they did the sign up, EternaLEnVy said. Zero wrote his own Twitlogger in response. Zero wrote they had good initial results during scrims, but following their loss to Simply 2 base, EternaLEnVy wanted to leave only stay due to DPC rules. After our first series loss to Simply 2 base, EternaLEnVy immediately started to feeling of not wanting to play with the team, and that he felt he did not believe in the team, Zero wrote. Had it not been for the DPC rules which require him to complete the season, EternaLEnVy would have left the team on his own free will then and there, Zero added. He also said the team was effectively done at the start of the second season. The rest of the season was played out as an obligation, but our team had been effectively disbanded very early in Season 2. This isn't the first time EternaLEnVy had pulled this. Back in 2019, he joined Team Team, which later sponsored by Beast Coast. EternaLEnVy kicked Nico Gunnar Lopez and another player right before a major event.
I got threatened to get kicked before this event, and then they told us we'd play at this event in the major, and then they kind of backed out on that last minute because we didn't do amazing at this event. So we kind of knew it was happening, but we hoped it wouldn't.
We'll see what Zero and Black and Yellow will do in the upcoming weeks leading to the international qualifiers. In lighter news, the stadium that will host TI10, Ericsson Globe, has been renamed to Avicii Arena in honor of the late Swedish DJ Avicii, and now we shift our attention to the end of the second season in the DPC. In Southeast Asia, it came down to the final day, tiebreaker to see who finishes first and who makes it into the major. Our highlight comes between Fnatic and TNC. The winner secures a spot and the loser has to fight for a major spot.
He lives. He lives. He out-regened. All right, the first thought I had in my mind was right, but Jabs ends up going down to the finger. Raven trying to clean up the creeps inside the base, and now they've got the black hole available. They may not even need it. They get the kill on Boomy, but they end up losing the Doom. Dead for 78 seconds. They'll buy back on Boomy, and now Moon, Raven, as well as Jabs against the world.
Now, they even gave him a bottle to use it. And they also gave him cheese. We'll pop the cheese on Enigma. Now without Doom for 60 seconds. Gabby dropping low, but still has Aegis to work with. Where's the black hole?
Blink in, Earth Spike. Now the black hole comes through onto Raven. This is looking like the end. They will get the kill on Raven. He doesn't have buyback. Another black hole comes in on the moon. There's nothing to save this Timber. These heroes will die. They will call GG, and TNC will win the series, and it's a big one for them at that.
Here's your final standings for the upper division. T1 defeated TNC in the tiebreaker to secure the playoff spot. Execration defeated Fnatic to get the wildcard spot. Boom Esports and Livgun are the 2 relegated teams. Here are your lower division standings. Motivate Trust Gaming and Team SMG are the 2 best teams this season. In South America, it was a race to the finish. Beast Coast needed to beat No Pain Esports to secure a spot into the majors, and they did. However, they lost the tiebreaker and will need to play in the group stages.
Ogre Axe there, sitting in his inventory now as he's disassembled, but he already has BKB. So we'll see what he does with that. Maybe just sell it off towards his Skadi. Oscar, the bash first hit. K1, bash lord, but the timber chain out. Oscar gonna get 4 staff drifting off to the side. It's Schofield. He's cogsed up, hookshotted back in towards the HFN Naga. In comes the Riptide play. Chris Luck stopped with the Song of the Siren. They find the slug as well. Shadow Dance has ended. What's the play here with a Chakram Whirling Death combo? There's Dark Margo slaying the slug. No buyback on him, but maybe with the Monkey King. BKB's up. He's got no Jingo stacks left though. He can't really bound the strike or heal back up off this, so Dark Margo tosses him. 2 heroes dead. The big cores are gone. 1.5 minutes on Slog, 2 minutes for Monkey King, and that's got to be game now. They're going to just run down mid lane.
Here's your final standings for the upper division. It's unfortunate they only had 2 spots. Thunder Predator made a huge splash at the Singapore Major. Let's see if No Ping and Beast Coast will too. Here's your lower division standings. Eagle Boys and Bino Mistas are the 2 best teams this season. In North America, there's no 3-way tiebreaker this time. Quincy Crew made sure they defeated Undying to secure themselves the elusive playoff spot in the Major.
Another smoke, and as you said, nobody here. Void Spirit's not nearby, but the BKB comes out. Tomato pops his own. Now the turn. Wants to get one kill. Oh, look at the damage on the Saberlight. It's almost enough for the kill, but gets the Yules off in time. But Quinn comes in, ends his life afterwards. They take down Dubu. Manages to get the heal off first onto Lesh, but a big impale comes out. Maybe a chance here. No, not nearly enough. Dude, none of them going down. And they blow up Moon to boot. Ultra kill for Quinn as he came in to clean up. Pretty as can be. Quincy Crew take the fight, gonna go high ground, looking to end the DPC in style.
Yeah, that was their engagement, but really just not enough follow-up damage on that Elder Titan. Managed to get his Glimmer Cape off and just walked out of there and turned around and got off all of his spells. That fight was without Haunt, and Radiant just dominated, and yeah, they throw in the towel.
Here's your final standings for the upper division. Quincy Crew had a chance to be in the playoff last season and they lost. This time, they're ahead of Evil Geniuses. Here's the lower division standings. D2 Hustler and Akash Gaming are the 2 best teams this season. Team Dogchamp needed to beat D2 Hustler for a chance at the tiebreakers, but they failed to do so. In Eastern Europe, Na'Vi needed a win to force a tiebreaker, but they were unable to beat PuckChamp.
They're already setting.
It's got to be very infuriating.
They're ready for top. They don't have that many ults though. PuckChamp does not have that many.
Astral's this all out. It's going to set up for the perfect opening there with the Who Stop and the Impale. And they're going to still try and push on here, Na'Vi. V2's jumped in.
He's in.
V2's just jumped in. He's got to be careful. Okay, comes out with a big crit. Takes out the wife and he's going to try to look towards Desperate. He has been. He's got the Satanic.
He's Yules right away.
He's out of Yules. Stun him. Host stomp into the blood brush.
He's dead.
V2's gone. No buyback. 90 seconds out of the game. Ramsey's going to jump in, but it's too late. Ramses just throws his life in to die as well. Ramses is gone. 3 dead on Na'Vi. It's a complete mess.
They lost the game.
Here's your final standings for the upper division. Virtus Pro, Team Spear, and AS Monaco Gambit will be heading to the Major. Here's the lower division standings. Hellraiser is a top team and Team Empire made a late season push for the 2nd spot. In Western Europe, there was a lot of action, and in a highlight, Tundra needed to beat Team Nigma to force a tiebreaker, and they did just that.
Toss up from Miracle. Not too concerned about this. Throw out the Ice Blast here. Quite connect.
Lanes are being dealt with. We do see the Spectre and the Furion on each sides.
Skeeter just focusing down. Miracle just going to continue to follow up. The Gush does connect here.
Miracle.
Go in for the slash. They get Miracle. He does have buyback.
Forced to use it. The creeps. They're on the tier 4.
They're just hanging back here.
Here comes
immediately, ILTW trying to jump over here on Zapato. They'll follow up with the Ravage. They'll go and get off the Poison Nova as well. They have the BKBs. As though 9 going in with the RP, though. They've got so much damage. They're able to take down Miracle. Taking will also fall. LTW will fall as well. There's no buyback over here on the Spectre as they're just cutting through everyone. They call GG. Tundra has done it.
Here's the final standings for the upper division. Alliance, Team Liquid, Team Nigma, and Team Seeker will all be going to the major. Here's the lower division standings. Viking.GG ends the season with a perfect 7-0 record, and Level Up will be second. In China, Team Aster completes a strong season and eliminates Elephant's hope for the major.
On the map for the moment. They'll cross mid, throw some wards down. Monet leading the charge, feeling very confident. They've also got the overwhelming blink jump in from XXS.
He can afford to climb high ground if Abba
There's
is
the
behind
overwhelming
him.
blink. They find themselves
super
yanked.
farmed.
They're getting the kill onto the Bristle so quickly. He's just been broken. There's no way for him to survive, and he's not going to have buyback. He's dead for 53 seconds. They'll go after this. Lifestealer is going to try and TP out. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in, but they've got themselves the bash, and he's going to try and run. He'll infest into the Ogre just to buy himself some time, but Red Panda, he's gone. They're going to get themselves a third kill here. It's closing time for them. Open up all the doors and let them out into the world, because Aster have just beat Elephant 2-1. And they will take this series, ruin the chances of Elephant making the major, and shut it all down at Elephant.
Here's your upper division standings. Team Aster finishes on top. PSG LGD defeats Avicii Gaming for the group stage spot, and Avicii Gaming and Invictus Gaming will play in the wild card. Here's your lower division standings. Phoenix Gaming has earned the top spot, and LBZ wins the second spot after beating Aster, Ares, and Magma in the tiebreakers. And another team got disqualified. Demon Slayer got disqualified for using an unauthorized player on May 18, 2021 against Extreme Gaming. That's all for this week. If you want more news, share, like, and subscribe. Check back next week for more news.